Welcome to this week's episode of Mopar Mike's Garage. As you can tell, we've got a change of venue going on here. And you know what that means. We're working on the old man's car. All right. So, obviously we're all familiar with this beast. It's been in the family now for 20 years. And it's always looked the same. And you know what? That's because it's a damn good look. But, we decided to, give it a little change of pace. And plus we had an issue with one of the rear wheels here. Has like a flat spot in it, I guess. Not the tire itself, but the actual rim is coming out around. So the last time we put tires on there, we were kind of told that this was probably the last stand for that one. But hey, you know what? It'll make a really cool bar table by the time I'm done with it. So, but that leads me to our surprise. So,
what a wonderful surprise.
Well, for me too.
Steely's, baby. Oh my. Look at those. But, so you're like, oh yeah, yep, rocking some Steelies with some chrome lug nuts. Well, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, a chrome hubcap. Yeah. So, before any of you purists get all bent out of shape and tell me that there is a police hubcap on a non-police steel wheel, I know. We bought the Steelies. I've always liked these better than the police style anyway. The police style never did it for me.
It's got cop tires, cop suspension, cop shocks.
Now, the hubcaps, the old man was at Mopars in the park this year, and he got a screaming deal on them, and they needed just a little polish job. And so, do the red lines look, a little better? Arguably, yes. Does it get the point across, and is it going to make a difference when, we're flying 60 miles an hour down the road? No. But either way, it's really going to change the look of the car, and I'm super stoked about it. So, yeah, that's surprise, everybody. So we got to get valve stems in these. I bought some nice thread-in stainless steel valve stems because it really pops. I felt that it would really pop and just look a little nicer than the black rubber. And then we got to do some polishing on these guys. The end goal here is gonna be beautiful. So here's our valve stems. Not much to them. So they're the thread-on style. You can see they got a nut, a washer that goes on the outside of the rim. Here's your rubber gasket. And then, yeah, just your cap. So these came off of Amazon, straight out of China. So no instructions. Everything I read online is like 35 to 45 inch-pounds of that you tighten them to. Well, I don't even have anything that goes that small, so we're just winging it. But you know, since they're from China, we did use our metric wrench. So yeah, we'll get these spun in there and should be good. Hopefully they don't leak. So we got a part 2 to the surprise with the old man's car. One of the old man's buddies, who's a diehard Mopar guy and has, you know, collected parts and salvaged cars for many years, to a lot of it in the 80s. He came over one day and said, "Hey, I got something for you that I found in my barn." And it happened to be a luggage rack that came out of a 68 Charger that he parted out back in the 80s. That was all rotted out and whatnot. So he gifted that to the old man, and you know, really kind of complete the grandpa car look with the Steelies and a luggage rack. So you know, it had been sitting for a long time. So you'll get to see do a little cleaning up on it, and we're gonna find a spare trunk lid and see what we can do to make it operational and rock it when we want to. So I've been cleaning on this rack here, and so you can see this is kind of like the worst end of things here, what I'm starting with. And actually doing pretty good here, not gonna lie. It's not perfect by any means, and we got a ways to go yet, but it's better than that. So what we've been doing is, you know, I handed it into a little brass brush. I had a stiff bristle plastic one, just wasn't doing the trick. But this brass one does a pretty good job here, taking the big stuff off. I don't know, this is definitely the worst one here, but you know, giving it a little brush action in a couple different ways. I won't bore you with that all through and through, but I've been using this Chemical Guys heavy metal polish, and I'm just doing it with a microfiber cloth here, nothing special. And yeah, so I mean, a lot of this here is actually like, I mean, driver quality. So we're gonna keep playing with it, see how we do. It's a lot better than it was. Unfortunately, the chrome is missing. It's flaked off along that side, but I mean, overall, for something that's sat in a barn for 30 years, 40 years, it ain't half bad. And I mean, I just polished it by hand. So I mean, I could get a little more creative probably with a wheel and do a little more to it. But I mean, for what it is, not bad. So overall, I mean, this video was made over the course of a couple months, but
You know, basically, we finally made some traction with the set of Steelies that we had, getting them painted and whatnot. As you can see, they're sitting right here. So in spring, we'll work to get some new rubber under the car and you know, get those rocking. So that'll be pretty cool. Been chasing down a couple leads looking for a trunk lid so that we can get that painted to match the car, and then of course see about going ahead and getting that, you know, able to be swapped over if we want, to put the luggage rack on. So, you know, a couple cool things, you know, really it will change the look of the car a little bit. Definitely a little more grandpa-ish, but at the same time, a very respectable look. So, you know, that was cool. Some great finds, spice things up a little bit. So now we just gotta wait for spring so we can do some work on the old man's car and, you know, get it ready to rip for the year. So it'll be exciting, but all with due time for sure. So until next time, smoke 'em if you got 'em.